Okay. Yep, hang up. Controller, come on. Ah, there we go. Always have to plug it in before I start the game up. Thought I have it to keep my controller plugged in anymore. No place my games to need it. Can I upgrade? I mean, I could upgrade something. As well. RBX. That's what I'm doing. RBX. Oh, Boro Boro. Crocodile too. I'm gonna go to Lindo and Sakya this time. Oh, wait, hang on. There's Hanabari. There we go.
今年も抗議デモが行われました。本日未明、外部居住区生活者を中心とした団体によるフェンリルに対する抗議集会が世界各地の支部前にて行われました。フェンリルに対して主に食料供給の増量と防衛の強化、雇用枠の増大を訴えたもので、参加者は2時間ほどデモ行進をした後に大きな混乱もなく解散した模様です。
こっちこっち。すごく活躍してるらしいじゃない。期待以上だって評判いいわよ。でもあまり
Hey Cactus, I know, right?
人気使いはすごい人ほど林にするから。
No, but before I rise.
俺はまだまだってことか。
相変わらず重役出勤ね。
重役だからな。さて、今日も楽しいお仕事だ。
How's your Saturday going?
任務は俺たち3人で動く。俺が陽動で昨夜がバックアップ。
了解。
お前は遊撃だ。新型らしく状況に応じて動いてくれ。
他に何かある？
ん？まあ死ぬなってことで。
大雑把な命令受けたまわりました。上官殿。
Get some new tea. You did some fishing? You do like your fishing. Sadly, no fishing on God Eater.
部隊の降下を確認。周囲を警戒してください。
今日の相手はドロギドロだ。よし、ちゃちゃっと終わらせて帰るぞ。
せっかくの機会なんだし、もう少し上官らしい。
No fishing drops? No! Look, if there were any fish left alive, they'd probably be origami. My sword rod. Well, we're gonna go kill a fish type origami right now. So you pretend this is fishing.
突進の後はよく動きを見ていた方がいいぞ。
Oh, dang it. There we go. There's a counter stance. Oh, look, tails here. Okay, there we have our tail. Ooh. Ah, my burst. The rare Astral Xenos. That sounds pretty rare. I know, the camera is so close in the first game. Okay, I didn't really want help. Thanks, not getting just kill. Ow. Die already, Goroboro? You're almost dead. But you die faster. There we go. Hey, Patch.
少しはお勉強になったか。ぶっちゃけ荒神との戦いは習うより慣れろだ。今のうちにいろいろ試してみるといいさ。
死なない程度にね。
そうそれ。そんじゃ帰りますか。
It's probably under gameplay. Near, there we go. Why is it default to close? It's still not that much further away. I didn't. Well, look, Patch. You know what time I start. Okay. I can't. There. Okay, I was scolding Patch, okay? And then my microphone came unplugged slightly. Look, Patch, you know what time I start streaming, okay? It's my first Dawn Triple S, I can't believe it. Disgusting. But, I mean, I only have a tier 1.5 like weapon. It's not that unexpected. Can't kill the big origami that fast with The early game weapons. I'll be punished? Wait, what? I haven't done anything to be punished. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, Bridges from America. Like our character was just unemployed before this, and then became a god eater. Oh yeah, here's the thing. All the weapons have different damage types, as you expect. Slash, crush, pierce. The blade only does slash damage, though. Short blade does a little bit of pierce. Yeah, true, it's 2 anime protagonist career paths. Overworked, Salaryman, and Neat. I remember in the anime, Lenka made his living before he became a god eater as basically a wanderer. There are people who just live out in the wastes. The wastes, of course, are pretty pretty dangerous place to live, and there are origami that can murder you. But there are people who don't live in Fenrir for a variety of reasons. The biggest one usually is just that Fenrir can't house them all, so they'll live out in the ghettos. Build up outside. I need to get the claymore. I do remember liking Busters. I used to play a lot. Because high damage finishes fights faster. Buster beats Arts. Also, obviously, they're all different, paths. There is no nice little, what am I looking for? Weapon trees in this game, though, so if you want to actually see what all weapons evolve into, you're going to have to just pick one of everything. This is, of course, after all, a updated port of a PSP game. Did not have weapon trees. I don't know too much about spears and scythes, though. I never used them that much. Hello, friend. I'm winning. I mean, I had to actually use healing items in a fight for once. I actually had to use some recovery pills. Systems training. Defense up. I see upgrades yet. Oracle and defense. We select defense. So take off I'll keep it assault for now. Oh, here's a good bullet creation. You go for certain guns, so you make sure you use it for the right one. Again, I'm not gonna do too much of it right now, because I don't remember the good bullet recipes off the top of my head. Actually, let me show how it looks, though, at least. This does look nicer in the later games. Here you can do all the... These bullets come in a variety of everything. You have anti-divine, you can have healing bullets, non-elemental bullets, poison bullets, blast, come in different sizes. How much they'll cost. You want a long straight shot, short, point blank, put a spin on it, curve it, rotate it, give yourself a orbiting little orbs, Orbiting orbs, yes. Lasers. Of course, there are decoration shots that exist just so you can do fancy things with them. If I remember right, what you end up usually doing is you do a like a curve shot. I mentioned all things like connections. And here, so you can test them. So they connect off to things. See what your bullets do. There is a ton of things you could do with this bullet creator. I just don't remember. I don't know any of the recipes. People have already made like basically one of the strongest bullets you can make. But there are. I should probably look up some of the recipes so I could show you what some of the really crazy things you can do with the bullets are. The hard part, of course, being is the game mutes itself because it doesn't have a windowed form. And maybe so once you do this mission, I should have post one. I could try to make one just to show it off. I was never good at using bullets. I just always hit things with swords. I never really used the gun forms. I was very much just a melee fighter. I'll use the bullets occasionally because you should. They are free damage. They are the most efficient way to just have elemental damage available to you. Hello, Tamame. Explore more about that, because obviously your weapon has an element, but you can't change it at will. Your gun, though, has several bullets loaded into it, which you could switch in the field. So, as you can see here, I've already got 10 different bullets equipped by default. And they come in basically every element. So, your gun is far more flexible in dealing with trying to deal with elemental weaknesses on Origami. Because it's got a bunch of different bullets loaded into it. And unlike Monster Hunter, since your bullets are fueled by your Oracle points, they're not consumables. Although, of course, by like World, that wasn't such a big deal anymore because they made bullets way easier to get. I definitely remember the earlier Monster Hunters trying to do gunning is a serious pain in the butt because it's just getting all the ammo is annoying. But I should do some custom bullets to show off just how powerful they are. Okay, some Zygotes. We have the full squad this time. So the Eater-a-Thon, because I wanted to have a fancy title for it. I can't really do an actual subathon, but it sounds cooler to call it a God Eater-a-Thon. Do a very long reverse subathon. What's a reverse subathon? Subs reduce the timer? Oh, the Balru Fallout 76 strategy? I forgot to call that. It wasn't really an unsubathon, but oh yeah, you can do aerial devours in this game. Ah, crap, poison me. There were a lot of filler missions though in God Eater 1. Much as while I like God Eater, of course, God Eater 1 hasn't aged super well. It's got a lot of filler missions. Like, this mission has no story relevance, it's just here. It's just your first time you get a full unit. There's a lot of these kind of missions in God Eater 1. Yeah, Japan's made some really cool bullets in this game, honestly. They've done crazy things with the bullet creator in this.
俺もリーダーらしいことをしなきゃな。
Well, I mean, God Eater has filler missions that also are like... Here's an example. Let me go show Hibari. Like, that was a story mission, but nothing story actually happened. It was just, you had to do it. But it already gives you filler missions that are there to let you hunt other origami for materials. And God Eater 1 suffers from that from a story pacing point of view. It just has a lot of missions that are story, but no story actually happens. They just make you do them. Yeah, God Eater 2 and 3 have far better pacing, because by that point, kind of like I was saying like yesterday, is like, God Eater 1 was really made, it was made when Monster Hunter was popular. So it's leading into the Monster Hunter clone aspect, so it just has a bunch of filler missions that just exist for the sake of existing. By God Eater 2, they kind of basically hit its stride of what it wanted to be, so they had a better idea of what to actually do. Like, all these filler missions, if I remember right, kind of go away once we hit burst content, but God Eater Burst is basically the post-game. It's a story after the main story here finishes. I think Burst actually is better paced, because again, that was the expansion, the improved version. Yeah, as much as this was the first, it was very heavily leaning into being a Monster Hunter clone. To just taking the rise of the hunting genre that Monster Hunter started. Because, I mean, if you've ever played the first Monster Hunter, that game is also full of a bunch of really weird things that do not exist in the modern games at all. Yeah, so this one was very much a experiment. Yeah, Jews, yeah, the first Monster Hunter using the analog stick to be your attack buttons. And also, I don't think it's true, but I always had the memory that in the first Monster Hunter you actually took fall damage. I don't think it's actually true, I just think falling stunned you a lot more. But I swear the first monster to hurt you from fall damage, but again, I don't think it actually did. I think it's my brain imagining it. There was fall damage? I swear there was, but I could never really, like, tell for sure. There was not fall damage? I can't believe you tricked me. You led me into it. You made me make a fool of myself. But yeah, it's like, I always felt like there was, but I'm pretty sure there really, yeah, there was. There never was. Spending another AP. This is again how you customize these NPCs. Yeah, apparently monsters in Monster Hunter are just really that serious when you think about it. You could jump off a tower in Monster Hunter, not take a scratch, get bitten by a Velociprey, and there goes, like, you know, a chunk of your health. You can upgrade this into all kinds of sensors. That's his rending damage, the same as hitting turtle. That's true, they are different damage types. Majesty's not very important. Now I got Majesty on the right. The basic chain just goes into Majesty. Don't really care about. I don't usually ever use the shields. I tend to rely on just trying to not be hit in the first place. Using shields. Yeah, just get a second defense up for now. Alright, 76 defense now. Bonebreaker. Does more with Organo. Congo one has Advice, which is more HP. Stamina on the Saw Blade. Yeah, Cleaver is definitely nicer. Yeah, alright. I think it automatically... Let's get in my inventory. Oh yeah, I have snare traps to start with. Need to remember. I have to restock my restore. I think restocks the restore bills will start the missions. As you can see, you can carry a lot of healing items in a God Eater. Compared to Monster Hunter, you have 20 restorative pills by default. And you can carry a lot of items. I suppose ad break started that.
Ah, 本日も仕事日和だ。無事生きて帰ってくるように。以上。
いえ、それだけ？
いちいち突っ込んでると身が持たないわよ。
くだらん。一人を除いて心が一つになっているようで何よりだ。冗談だ。そんな悲しい顔すんな。このメンツでは初の4人任務だが、まあいつも通りやれってことで。
あれ？そういえば林道さんは？
俺はこの後ちょいとお忍びのデートに誘われているんでな。今から働くのはお前らだけ。と。早く来ないと拗ねて帰っちまうとさ。たくせっかちなやつだ。俺はそろそろ行く。命令はいつも通り。死ぬな。必ず生きて戻れ。だ。
自分で出した命令だ。せいぜいあんたも守るんだな。
リンドもあんまり遅くならないようにね。さあ行きましょう。
Linda just got off on a hot date. Look at this man.
西の広場にて金剛を捕捉。単独での対処が厳しそうであれば集合をかけチームで対処に当たって。
We're all separated to start with.
お忍びデートって羨ましいな。俺にも紹介してくれって頼んでみようかな。
ほらこうたくん、任務に集中する。
次は命を。
荒髪のダウンを確認しました。敵のオラクル反応が低下し始めました。
Oh. Like that.
そっちに向かうわ。さく
Zygo.
目標討伐確認。
No, 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 no. Ooh, okay. Damn it, Coda, you shot me in the middle of my combo. Remember, Coda starts the game off with like a pretty poor AI, represents his experience, but it gets better as the game goes on. I think it's almost so long.
バースト状態間もなく解除されます。荒波に結合崩壊が発生。まだ敵のオラクル反応は安定しています。
Definitely much nicer having the camera at the far instead of near. I don't know why near is the default camera. There's Soma. Certain exposing outfits. This game, no, never. This is a wholesome game. Hey, come back over here. Yeah, there are some very exposing outfits in God Eater. I mean, look at Sakuya. Chomp. Stop fighting and sharpen your weapon used with a gun. Don't worry about it. God arcs don't need to be sharpened. I mean, exposing outfits in God Eater? Never. I think it's a joke that basically there isn't a single female character in God Eater who wears a bra. Bra is cost too much to make in the future, so don't do them. Fun fact, all your clothes are made out of Oracle cells and stuff like that too. Yeah, take some free consumables, I guess. Hey, triple S, that's what I want to see. Click 5 minutes. As long as you have more endurance, you get better rewards for breaking bonds. I bless them for it.
Ah, なんとか早めに切り上げられた。そっちはどうだった？
ご命令に従っていつも通りだ。
No one even went down.
任務は滞りないし、人も欠けてないわ。
俺たち4人の華麗な連携プレーを見せたかったよ。
お前そんなに役立ってたか？
I mean, he was there more than you, Soma. Took forever to get there.
これならこっちももう少しデートの回数を増やしても良さそうだな。
まず俺に女の子を紹介するのが先じゃないっすかね。
うん。お前の手には負えないと思うぞ。
業務連絡。本日第7部隊がウロボロスのコアの剥離に成功。技術部員は第5開発室に集合してください。繰り返します。ウロボロスのコアの剥離に成功。技術部員は第5開発室に集合してください。
ウロボロス？どこのチームが仕留めたんだ？
It's a little stem.
ワーク成功かよ。ボーナスすげえんだろうな。おい、おごってもらおうぜ。
やめときなさいよ、ミッキーね。
ウロボロスって何？強いの？
ターミナルを調べりゃ出てくる。たまには自分で調べろ。
そうね。私たち4人じゃまだ無理じゃないかな。
マジで？このメンツでも？
一人二人は死人が出るだろう。
まああれだ。生き延びてればそのうち倒せるだろう。今は余計なことを考えず、とにかく死なないことだけを考えろ。
そのセリフいい加減聞き飽きたぜ。
ああ、特にお前には何度でも言っとくわ。ほっとくと一人で死にに行っちまうようなやつにはな。
黙れ。
へいへい。さあ、俺は次のデートに備えて精のつくものでも食ってくるかな。
Let me talk about some fun setting facts I've got here. So, see that bracelet you have on your arm? That is your... I think they call it the armlet, if I remember right. What the armlet's job to do is it's injecting you with, I believe, is a P7-3? I think it's P7... No, P5-3. We're using P5-3. So weird kink. Now, here mentioned here, yes, the P53 armed implant. See, the thing is, your God Arc, as mentioned, is made up of Oracle cells. The way Oracle cells work in this game is they have a thing called a bias factor. This is what prevents origami from eating one another typically. Basically, origami don't eat things that are similar to themselves. So your God Arc acquires this P53 implant to regulate the Oracle cells in your body to keep your bias factor at a certain level. Because if it got out of sync, your God Arc would eat you. As it mentions, it's fused with your flesh. You can now never take this off. Because if you took it off, you would die. God Eaters are a lifetime commitment. They can seal these up, but I think all that does is basically lower how often it injects you with bias factor. And before I read that mail, because I think Tsubaki's still down here. You can see Tsubaki's has that yellow tape on it, which means her armlet's been sealed up. Yeah, you would die and become an origami. Becoming a God Eater is a lifetime commitment. But yeah, your armlet keeps injecting you with drugs to basically make sure your God Arc doesn't eat you. Because your God Arc is still an origami from a certain point of view. It just views you as a part of its body, so it doesn't eat you. Yeah, Cannon here is apologizing because the other day she sent us a message to her mom. She mailed us, she sent it to us instead. Because Cannon's kind of a scatterbrain that way. Cannon is incredibly popular. When they did the, there was a collab in God Eater Resident Ops with Tales of Ray. God Eater got Velvet as the collab character. And I believe in Tales of the Ray, Alyssa was in something. I can't remember the specifics. They also did some outfit swaps. Exactly, yeah. Your guard just gets carried around like a king. Yeah, Velvet is actually pretty appropriate. For a character you could do a collab with, Velvet fits very well. First walk through you, Carl. That's how unimportant you are. Snowball. Yeah, we just kill some ogre tails. I do appreciate the game just drops you in the middle of an origami ambush. Just surrounded by 3 cocoon maidens right off the bat. あ、そこにaway. Imagine if you did a Monster Hunter and a quest that's dropped you in the middle like a pack of monsters. Besides an arena quest, which kind of does that. It's a special action on this. Oh, right, that's how you do the charge attack. That's how you do the charge attack with the Buster. I'm gonna switch back to Longblade for a bit, though. I also like Longblade as well. I like the counter stance it has. Although the Buster is also pretty good. I didn't use Short Sword too much. And I said I've never really used the Spear or the Scythe. The Spear has some cool bullets people made for it, though. Pick up that. And some cotton. Alright. I'll take AP up. We'll have plenty of credits eventually. Just, of course, all the level missions barely pay you. Oh, we got Predator styles now. Here we go. I think Predator styles came from Burst. I don't believe these existed originally. There you go. This is not getting some of the fancier stuff. The Predator styles. Yeah, we have our Air Devour.
Hitokage ka. 気のせいか。こちら相馬、特務目標との接触はなし。索敵を続ける。
Mysterious character. You might recognize that character from when I showed you the prequel episode. Squids don't have 10 arms. Linda already has dibs on your ration? Dang. See the squids of 10 arms? Look, there's a lot of things in there, or is there? Yeah, Kaden she just has a bad habit of shooting you in the face. Ah, okay, talk to Lindo. Linda just telling us that, you know, if you hear anything, tell him. If it's confidential, though he's already telling us that, you know, disobey orders potentially from higher-ups. Hey, it's Chiyo. Chiyo is an interesting Aragami. We'll go for the Claymore. We go for the Flesh Claymore. It's better Cleaver. Can't be Claymore 3s because that's higher tier. You girls can tell tier of the weapon, or the rank, by the color. I think rank 1 to 3 is green. It might be 1, 2, then 3, 4, I can't remember. But obviously we can't make Claymores 2 because we don't have access to those materials yet. Spark. Don't think matters against a Chiyo. I don't think this sounds like Chiyo cares about Spark. I don't think so. It's not gonna be in our database yet either. Because you only get the details on ones you've already heard about. Cogros are weak to Spark. Same thing with Goroboro. Here's the Ouroboros I talked about. We'll fight one of those later. When they show the the Ouroboros of the game looks pretty big, but in the anime, when they show the Ouroboros, the thing is like a mile in size or something. It's massive. Yeah, well, as I kind of mentioned, yeah, we released this in America. With the God Eater 1, they tried to call it God's Eater, because they didn't want to offend religious groups by calling it God, because they were worried it would offend Christians, because it's capital G, God Eater, so they called it God's Eater. But you could tell it was a very late in localization change, because obviously none of the dub says God's Eater, they always say God Eater. So clearly it was something they changed very late in the localization. I think I could stick with what I got. Although, actually, do I have... Let's see. Spark. No, I don't have access to, I'd have to go, Draconic, I believe, is Boroboro materials. Mission Auxiliary. Oh, its items are more effective. Nah, let's stick with this for now. God's Drunkest Eater. I was gonna show you a Chiyo.
聞いた？新型がまた配属されるって それ初耳だよ。ここへ来て新型ラッシュだね。ロシア支部から支部長が連れてきたらしいよ。あ、噂をすればかな。
紹介するぞ。今日からお前たちの仲間になる新型の
Best girl.
適合者だ。
はじめまして、アリサ・イリーニチのアミエーラと申します。本日一蓋丸々漬けでロシア支部からこちらの支部に配属になりました。よろしくお願いします。
女の子ならいつでも大歓迎だよ。
よくそんな浮ついた考えでここまで生きながらえてきましたね。
彼女は実戦経験こそ少ないが演習では抜群の成績を残している。追い抜かれぬよう精進するんだな。
了解です。
アリサは以後リンドウについて行動するように。いいな。
了解しました。
リンドウ、資料などの引き継ぎをするので私と来るように。その他のものは持ち場に戻れ。以上だ。
Alyssa is basically
君、ロシアから来たの？
like the poster child character for the franchise.
でも最近異常気象で。
Hey, Record, it's time for Alyssa to show up.
期待の新人ですね。レアものの新型が2つも揃ってる支部なんてここぐらいじゃないですか？
ああ、そうだな。だが本部の意向で今後は新型の適合者発掘が優先されていくらしい。ただ彼女の場合適合はしているものの若干精神的に不安定なようでな。定期的に主治医によるメンタルケアのプログラムを組まれているようだ。まあとにかく注意を払ってやってくれ。
了解です、姉上。
リンドウ、二度とここで姉上と呼ぶな。いいな。
Spock is a very strict sister.
討伐対象の雌雄は
Tuccio.
硬い外皮に覆われた荒紙です。結合崩壊によって攻撃が通りやすくなります。破砕属性の銃撃をうまく活用してみてください。
私たちは体内のオラクル細胞のおかげでこんな場所にもある程度順応できるけど、普通の人ならひとたまりもないでしょうね。
そっか。この体に感謝しなきゃだね。
何が感謝。
Yeah, the Oracle cells actually adjust your body temperature. This is why the God Eaters can fight here. The fact there is literally magma right here. Shoot on the other side. Yeah, Alyssa has an interesting AI. At the start of the game for now, she has a very selfish AI. You'll see as we play along though, but she does change to a different AI set as the game goes on as well. Alyssa has her own issues, but she is basically the poster child of the franchise. No, she's not a robot. There aren't really robots in this series. There are some robotic origami types, I think, in God Eater 3. Because origami can even, like, absorb computers, I think. Also, see, this is one because of Oracle cells, we can actually just walk on top of this and not die instantly. If we were a hunter, we have to drink a cool drink right now to stay warm, just to not melt in this room. God Eaters don't give a shit. And where's a Chiyo at? Here it is. So here's Chiyo. He did just give it a bring it expression. I need that. I need my burst. Thank you. He did do a Hadouken. Exactly, less coverage, better armor. I really like Chiyo, actually. It's a really cool origami. It's also really annoying sometimes, though. This thing has really fast attacks. If we can break its armor, it's gonna take a little while to take this thing down. I just think it's a really cool origami that has all these like fighting game moves. It has Hadoukens, it has like a Kamehameha. So I'll pop a couple pills. There, once his arm cells are broken though, it's a lot easier to do damage to him. Although his legs are still armored. So Chiyo is one of the rare origamis where the bullets you can get for him, he's actually weak to. Oh, two Chiyos. It's a two. No one. Oh well. I do like Chiyo though as an origami. It's a cool one. That guy will rip you to pieces though if you let him, as you might have seen a little bit. He has some pretty fast attacks, and he does kind of do like combo strings. If you let him start beating into you, he will rip you to pieces. Double A rank, even lower. We've dropped from all our triple S's and an S to a double A rank. Hey, Oracle cells, I was talking a little bit about. As you saw in the prequel, they'll even eat nuclear explosions.
挙句には通常の生物には危険な核廃棄物だって食べてしまう。建造物や大地だって。ほら、この通りだ。結果、食べ残しである従来の環境は減少の一途をたどっている。この辺りには春に桜を、秋には紅葉を見に行くなんて習慣もあったんだけど、今となっては望むべくもないね。その一方で荒神は食べたものの性質を取り込むことがある。最近では光合成を行う荒神すら発見されているんだよ。窒素 79%、 酸素 21%。 世界中の植物が20年前の3割弱まで減ってしまった今でも 地球の大気は保たれている。これが荒神の光合成のおかげとは実に皮肉な話だと思わないかね。
母ちゃん、もう
What are you dreaming about, Coda?
ほんと自覚が足りない人ですね。
君たちノバの週末捕食って言葉聞いたことあるかい？
ええ、荒神同士が食い合いを続けた先に地球全体を飲み込むほどに成長した存在ノバが引き起こすとされる人類の終末ですか？
その通り。誰が言い始めたのかも知らない。単なる風説に過ぎないとも言われているけどね。
エイジス計画が完成すればそれからも守れるんだろ
う。犬という動物を知っているかな？もうだいぶ数は少なくなってしまったが、今も稀に外部居住区などで見かけることがあるはずだ。犬は賢く、言葉こそ話せないが我々人間とコミュニケーションを取ることができる。犬のような性質を引き継いだ荒神がいれば、あるいは共生できるのかもしれないね。
共生？
コミュニケーションという観点で見ればもちろん犬に限った話だ。
Pauses.
昔はサーカスと呼ばれる見せ物小屋で猛獣を食る猛獣使いすらいたのだからね。
荒神と仲良くなんてできるわけないじゃない。
We have urgent missions we can now do. Gotta eat those lord. Yeah. Generally, when I do urgent missions, they give you better rewards. I should go check what the shopkeeper sells. He actually doesn't. Things he sells are actually not too bad. Now, something I noticed when looking at personal abilities. So here's the fun thing. Okay, we have Alyssa now. She starts with Dexterous, which just increases how fast she changes her God Arc. You also can see all of her things they have by default. She has level 10 stamina. Her guard radius goes up. She uses items very quickly. She has, as you can see, just her God Eater ability is level 10, which gets her most of these things. Yeah, she's a recon focus. If she gets separated, she'll go scout. She has Distrust level 2. As you can see, she has Save Oracle for heal. She will not use Oracle points to heal you currently, because she has Distrust at negative level 10. Yes, at the beginning of the game, Alyssa has Distrust. She won't change that until later. It's that she won't use healing bullets. She won't give you anything because of her Distrust level. Her AI doesn't... This couple later, it's not a huge spoiler. She will like us later, and it'll change. She won't become so selfish. She will become a lot more friendly. She's probably one of the best AI partners in the game. Oh, it's even here, down here at the bottom. Distrust. So, yeah, to start with, she's a very selfish AI and won't really help you. Now, so I noticed this, we'd look at, so you have Alyssa we've unlocked now, right? They also give us Alyssa Alt, which is just Alyssa in yellow colors. They also gave us, though, Alyssa Alt 2. You can make an entire team of Alyssa. Because you actually have 3 Alyssas. You can make an entire squad of just Alyssas. And blue Alyssa has Wrath of Revenge and melee attack specialist for some reason. You can take your waifus on the road. Yep, there are 3 of them. As you can see, she's Long Blade, Assault Rifle, and Buckler. Basically, actually, almost the same as your starting loadout. Except, well, actually, your character's starting loadout is a Short Sword, Sniper, Buckler. But, yeah, she's always been Long Sword, Assault, and a Buckler. Oh, this one actually is a variant scythe, and shotgun, and tower shield. Yellow Alyssa uses the scythe. And she has venom hits. Increases damage to debuffs out of combat, a hidden attack, guard radius, muted, quieter, enemy calm, trap stock. There's Alyssa 2 have. As of course, Wrath of Revenge, Exterminator, Close Quarter Attack, Melee Specialist, All Out Melee. It's kinda neat. Yeah, Me's a crowd. Yeah, you have now Red Alyssa, Blue Alyssa, and Yellow Alyssa. What more could you want? So the urgent mission is. Ah, yeah. This character will never become important, don't worry about it. Actually, because it takes like 40 hours. This is Arena. She will actually become a playable God Eater in the second game. In fact, she's also in God Eater Resident-Op. But she is Eric's little sister. Naturally, right now, she's not been told her brother was killed. But Eric is very dead. Mayflies. Okay, just a bunch of trash. Okay, hang on. This is okay. We could do this now. We could have Alyssa with Alyssa and Alyssa. There we go. Recruit Revenger and Brazen Spirit. Urgent missions are basically, as I mentioned, this one's a pop-up. They're just special little missions. Generally, though, you should do them. How does Scythe feel in this game? Yeah. Let me just try it out real quick. Who? Eric. You know, he's the guy who died. Oh, we all split up. Wait, which Alyssa though, Habari? Alyssa 1, Alyssa 2, or Alyssa 3? Condensed Grief Lich. I think that's an ability of the Scythe, I think. Ah, crap, right now, stamina. Scythe's actually pretty strong. Scythe is the trademark weapon of the focus character of God Eater 2 Rage Burst. So if you think it's really powerful in God Eater 1, it's because this is a weapon for God Eater 2 that's been backported into God Eater 1. So Scythes and Spears are both kind of overtuned for God Eater 1 because they were never around for God Eater 1. Now we go 3 Alyssas.
これで任務完了ですね。 楽な仕事でしたね。部屋の鍵閉めてきたかしら。
少しはお役に立てたでしょうか。
What more could you want in life than 3 Alyssas? Yeah, they use a roll call now, yeah. No, I'm not gonna get to it in time. The material! Do I want reward credits, reward credits, reward credits, or reward credits? 3 Sakuyas? That doesn't exist. You can have 2 Sakuya, though.
私以外でも問題ないと思いますが。了解しました。
Like, yeah, reward credits, please. They do give you an alt Sakuya, so you could use 2 Sakuya. But not 3 Sakuya, that's absurd. Look at these Predator packs. No, we can't do them yet, as it says we cannot join. Oh yeah, these are difficulty 9s. 13, 13, 14. Survival missions. Survivals are kind of neat. These are all post-game. No, not like post-game. Post-God Eater 1 game. Green Purebreeds. 2, here's the 2 Chios. We got 1 extra. We got Lindo and Alyssa's mandatory. We only can use, I think this is Squad 1. This is the home guard squad, if I remember right. It's not quite Squad 1, I forget which unit they are. Don't like survival missions. Yeah, these are also, I think, pretty sure. I think survival missions are also introduced both in God Eater 2. Let's bring canon along, so that way you can see what makes canon canon. Let's mess around with the cipher a bit. What is the Chio week to? Blaze and Freeze. We do have 1 Blaze. We do have the Freeze Scythe available if you wanted. Forcer. Gain hold. Sure.
お、今日は新型2人とお仕事だな。足を引っ張らないように気をつけるんでよろしく頼むわ。
旧型は旧型なりの仕事をしていただければいいと思います。
ま、せいぜい期待に添えるように頑張ってみるさ。おお、随分と嫌われたもんだな。
すみません。何でもありません。大丈夫です。
冗談だ。そうだな。よし、アリサ。混乱しちまった時はな、空を見るんだ。そんで動物に似た雲を見つけてみろ。落ち着くぞ。それまでここを動くな。これは命令だ。その後でこっちに合流してくれ。いいな。なんで
私がそんなこと。
いいから探せ。な。 よし、先に行くぞ。あいつのことなんだがな、どうもいろいろ訳ありらしい。まあこんなご時世、みんないろんな悲劇を背負ってるっちゃ背負ってるんだが、同じ新型のよしみだ。あの子の力になってやれ。いいな。よし、じゃあ行くか。
You didn't wait for to say anything, Lindo. Yeah, a lot of the actually are weak to throw element, which is kind of funny. Although, they might be weak to their element, but you have to also factor the damage type they're weak to. Ooh. Where'd you go? Wow, Ken ate that Haruken. Alyssa, you really need to heal. Thank you, Alyssa. You hit those hands. Get back here. Nope, I need to stun grenade. Ow, cannon, stop shooting me. No, cannon doesn't know getting the word mercy. And I do like the come at me pose. That one Chiyo down. Cannon shot me in the back again. Oh, actually both Chiyos are on the map to start with. Obviously it's a bad idea to fight multiple big origami at once. Well, sometimes obviously you're not going to have much of a choice in the matter. Too short. There we go. Nope. Yeah, the bomb barrage actually gives you actually pretty decent at killing it. Back over here. Wait. These more origami bullets.
荒紙活性化します。攻撃しっかり効いていますね。今です。このまま撃破しましょう。敵の結合崩壊を確認。今です。このまま撃破しましょう。討伐対象を選別しました。素晴らしい攻撃。
I do like just the chop on the body. So that's canon for you. See, she shoots you in the back a lot. Yo, no, there was a lot of friendly fire. I remember the friendly fire cannon. I remember it. I distinctly remember being shot in the back by you. Distinctly remember this. Backshot enthusiast. Does this cannon? It's true, so here friendly fire does help. Usually it doesn't, though. Basically, remember, cannons' bullets are all equipped basically as bombs. So they're all explosion based, meaning they'll just blow the shit out of you.
私の力が必要なのですね。任せてください。
There, exploited the weakness.
Aragami. オラクル細胞は発見された時、まだアメーバ状のものだった。それからミミズ状の荒紙が発見され、半年後には獣型の荒紙が発見された。そして1年経つ頃には一つの大陸が荒紙によって滅ぼされたんだ。彼らが食べたものの形質を取り込み進化するとしても異常なスピードだと思わないかね。そう、正確には彼らは進化などしていないんだ。事実、オラクル細胞の遺伝子配列は変化していない。そう、一つとしてね。
そんなはずありませんよ。現に奴らは形態変化してるじゃないですか。
彼ら荒紙もね、今の君と同じなんだよ。食べたものの形質を取り込むというのは知識を得るということ。そう、ただ知識を得て賢くなっているだけなんだ。どういう骨格をしていれば早く動くことができるのか、空を飛ぶためにはどうすればいいのか、それこそスポンジが水を吸い込むように情報を取り込んで、わずか20年の間に彼らは非常に高度な形態を得るまでに至ったんだ。荒神がこうたくんぐらい勉強嫌いだった。
Yeah, I'd be worried with this situation.
そう、彼らの勉強熱心さには舌を任されるばかりでね。なんとミサイルを発射する荒神が目撃された。
Oh, you're gonna meet that.
これが確かなら、彼らは人間の作った道具さえも取り込んだということになる。実に興味深いと思わない？それほどまでに複雑な情報を取り込めるのなら、まるで人間という荒神が現れるのも遠い日じゃないかもしれないね。
人間という荒神。
And the Origami are pretty freaky though. The Oracle cells are weird. I don't know, he's just really chill if Code is sleeping on the lecture. He's kinda like, whatever, I guess. Yeah, Carl, he's kind of a jerk. No one cares about Carl. I'm sure some people care about that guy, but statistically speaking, most people don't care about that guy. I think his last line there about you two is just because he's talking about how Alyssa and Saki are both babes. He's also just trying to say the same thing for your own character if you're playing a female one. But there's a couple of lines that change depending on your character's gender. Yeah, Alyssa's kind of an asshole to start with. Alright, so it's pills, rations, detox, energy drinks. Man, I can't believe energy drinks consume your HP. Who knew? Gotta sell some materials. He sells some clothes, but he sells the clothes at a really high price. The Pachinko collaboration costume. I don't think I want to wear the Pachinko outfit. Hang on, can we make any of the suits yet? Can. Sweet, hang on. Inferior rubber and some cotton. Oh, we can't make any pants though. Oh, we can. There we go. Let's see, don't use the suit pants. The skirt doesn't really look that great. Those pants are too poofy. Cyber pants actually look good with that. I think this is actually what I basically wore in the... I use this a lot when I play the game myself. There we go. I think funny when you just kind of move in place, this weird animation your character has. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, let's take a look at our next mission. Aurora. Ah, yeah, just more trash ones. Surrounded by lots of filler missions. Also, just automatically restore items you use. I think that's a thing in God Eater 2. Maybe 3 does that, where it'll replenish your consumables automatically after a fight, and always make sure to top them off. Oh, this also helps introduce you to a new map, because this is a new map you haven't been able to go to before. Also, you can see the Aegis project out there in the distance. That is the Aegis project. They're invested to build the little settlement out in the ocean where it'll be safe from origami. Okay, Kumanians, please stop shooting me. Oh, they killed the ogre tail at the end too. Nice.
だらけないでくださいよ。
今回は余裕がありましたね。
Everyone has a bunch of those like, yeah, like circled areas that just, or the origami just like ate an entire spherical section of land. It just ate it. As I mentioned, origami eat basically anything. Yeah, Gato 2, yeah, like, Gato 2 is a far better game, which is a big surprise. What does this actually do? Don't think it'll matter because I'm pretty sure since we lost no endurance. Yeah, that will matter. It's such a weird skill, so the characters have ignore endurance as a skill. I mean, it matters more, I guess, if you're playing on the higher difficulties, because the AI isn't too bad, but later game origami hurt a lot. They do a lot of damage. Especially when you start getting into the optional difficulties. Because once you beat the game, you basically unlock an ability where you could change the difficulty level. And as I've mentioned before, at level 99 difficulty, everything one-shots you. Just put salt inside the rice balls. Also, like, this actually gives you hints of how the AI works. Like Kodo's mentions, he'll use link aid constantly. If you put like trap, he just rushes in. Gives you little hints into their personality quirks. Rice malt is a jelly donut. Oh yeah, I mean yes, a jelly donut, of course. Some flowers technically taste good. Rat trap, 5 ogre tails. Just gotta get higher levels before we start unlocking more things to do. With customization, that is.
観測計器チェック異常なしミッションを開始してください任務開始ね
さっさと終わらせるぞ
I know, Jelly Donut is such a silly localization change. I don't know what they were really going with that one. Localizes doing weird things, not what else is new.
交戦中の荒神が捕食のために離脱敵ダウンやりました討伐対象の荒神撃破しました荒神のダウンを確認しました討伐対象の荒神撃破しました
大したものね
アルファ1バースト時間残りわずかです
The slight special is it's a massive sweep attack, but it consumes your stamina.
みんなおつや動かなくなったわねさて戻ったらご飯作らなきゃ早く次を
But that sweep attack really good for dealing with trash bombs like that. Yeah, you know, honestly, even though this game came out in like 2010 originally, and of course this I think is a slightly touched up port, visually it doesn't actually look too bad for today's standards, honestly. Like, yeah, things are kind of like solid, hard lines here there, but visually the game still doesn't look too bad. I'll take some bugs, see what it was, I guess. Yeah, a bad amount. Get like 5 of level 1s, 1s, 2s. Kind of like get 1 of each. Ooh, we got Strum now. There we go, Step Devourer. We can dash forward and devour in contact. Predator styles are pretty cool. But again, they are something for God Eater too. So they are horrifically overpowered. We just got new clothes. I just made new clothes. Like how guys, we got coats, vests, and knickers, and girls get halters, golf tops, and skirts. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll ever change my outfit, honestly. I like the suit. A cactus. The assault, oh yeah, it's different colored, different versions of the assault coat. Different colorations on the assault coats. And then there's the halter, which I don't think is usually the definition of a halter top, but you know, comes pre-torn. Also, like everybody that is clearly bra technology no longer exists in, I think it's 2070. Here's the goth top. Judas. And then, what's the new pants? Yeah, okay, assault pants again, just different colorations. Full black ones. And then the ruffs. Of course, you know, got pre-torn. Made of nylon and thread, by the way. And now the goth skirts. Yeah, cactus. See, we have a suit now. Now the suit top. Suit jacket? Yeah. Something, yeah. But suits are pretty good. These devices letting you know how up to date your equipment is. Yeah, most of the stuff's still like rank 1, except for the weapon. Oh, a Vajra. Yeah, I don't think God Eater 2 I don't remember God Eater actually having a body type changer or customization. I'm pretty sure you always have the same body model. But I might be wrong. It's been a long time since I played 2 and 3. Hey, here it is, Moon in the Welkin. Moon in the Welkin. So, the Vajra is basically your first, like, proper boss origami. Like, the Congo, the Boro Boro, Chiyo, and all that are still basically... not even... they're basically, like, elite enemies. They're not really bosses, exactly. The Vajra will be the first boss enemy that you fight. I know why holy water sells for 1600. We really want some holy water, I guess. How should we find the slap for now? Let's go. It's also our first rank 3 mission. So again, the first... this should be like going from like... that's still low rank based on how Monster Hunter terms. End up changing her hair later. Which I like long hair, it always clips through models, that bugs me in games. Cocoon Maidens first, though. One, I want the materials. Two, if we fight here, we don't just see shooting at us while we're taking out the Vajra. Alright, I have step dodge now. Not step dodge, I mean step devour. Alright. The Vajra is inside the cathedral. We are at 53 now, so there is actually a new tier of like materials here. Potentially. I should grab all those before I kill the Vajra. Yep, Vajra, the first box art legendary. Yeah, the Vajra is the origami on the box cart. It's kind of like it's basically kind of like the Rathalos, in that the Vajra I think shows up in most of the origami like advertisements. But I wouldn't say it's the iconic origami. We haven't met that one yet. Ow. Its cape's pretty resistant to slash attacks. The front legs, not so much. I don't want him to get a more open air. Don't do much for it. It is resistance shock. Ah, shoot. Become a hero, Vajra. Thank you. He jock here for some more room. Stop hitting me when I try to do my dodge. I devour. There we go. First time a mission's gone for 5 minutes. There we go. Front legs unbound. That's always good.
アルファ1バースト時間残りわずかです。
何を知りなさい。避けてみなさい。
先うずくまっています。敵のオラクル反応が低下し始めました。
Oh, that really hurt.
バイタル危険域です。確認願います。
Oh no, don't want to be in front of that.
アルファ1バースト状態間もなく解除されます。 荒紙活性化します。
Go for here.
バースト状態間もなく解除されます。
Then my burst back.
荒紙が交代。
Okay.
捕食に向かいました。
逃げたって無駄よ。
Burst back.
荒紙活性化します。
Half my pills.
アルファ1バースト時間残りわずかです。 荒紙のホールドを確認。
There we go.
任務完了。してよかった。
そこで朽ちるのがお似合いよ。
これで終わりか。
もう終わりよね。
せいぜい生き延びるんだ。
私のサポートに不備はありませんでしたか？
Yeah, you see, Vajra, definitely a lot tougher than I think we fought at this point. That took almost 10 minutes. But it was like 10 minutes of constant fighting, so it's like, 8 minutes? About 8 minutes of constant fighting. I mean, a big part is we've gone up to difficulty 3, so we've gone up a whole tier of weapons that we obviously don't have access to until just now, so... But more, it's just... It's a much tougher origami. It's like some money.
私の出番ですね。頑張ります。
Double A rank.
これはいよいよきな臭くなってきたな。どうかしたか？
いえ、問題ありません。側面後方ともにクリアです。
そうか。進むぞ。
何？
お前ら。
あれリンドウさんなんでここに？
どうして同一区画に2つのチームが。どういうこと？
考えるのは後にしよう。さっさと仕事を終わらせて帰るぞ。俺たちは中を確認。お前たちは外を警戒。いいな。 下がれ。後方支援を頼む。
パパ、ママ、やめて。
アリサ、どうした？
そうだ、戦え、打ち勝て。
こう唱えて引き波を引くんだ。アジン、ドゥバ、トリー。
アジ、ドゥバ、トリー。
そうだよ。そう唱えるだけで君は強い子になれるんだ。
アジ、ドゥバ、トリー。
こいつらが君たちの敵、荒神だよ。
混乱しちまった時はな、空を見るんだ。
あなた、一体何を。違うの。パパ、ママ、私そんなつもりじゃ。
まずいな、こっちも囲まれてやがる。
Moon Awoken is one of the more iconic moments of the God Eater 1.
早くしろ、囲まれるぞ。
命令だ。アリサを連れて穴蔵に戻る。でも聞こえないのか。アリサを連れてとっとと穴蔵に戻る。昨夜全員を統率。相馬、退路を開け。
ママ、そんなつもりじゃ。リンドウも早く。
悪いが俺はちょっとこいつらの相手して帰るわ。配給ビール取っといてくれよ。
ダメよ、私も残って戦うわ。
昨夜これは命令だ。全員必ず生きて帰れ。
咲夜さん、行こう。このままじゃ全員共倒れだよ。
嫌よ、リンド
I Bill Cactus. This one was a PSP game originally. It doesn't have any real cutscenes. It's all in-engine.
言ったか。
Now there it is. That is the iconic origami of the franchise.
ちょっとぐらい休憩させてくれよ。体が持たないぜ。
The Dias Pita. It looks far different than he did when the game originally came out. In fact, Resurrection, I think, gave him another redesign. Yeah, because Resurrection came out, I think, about the same time the anime did, or maybe the anime based on it. So Resurrection has the anime version of Dias Pita. Yeah, the original one becomes the Heavenly Father. Now, I believe if we look at Alyssa now, who we can't use. See, Alyssa is no longer used right now. She's currently suffering trauma. Lindo is MIA, so he can't be used. Yeah, God Eater 2 still uses the original Heavenly Father design, because Resurrection came out after God Eater 2 Rage Burst. So, God Eater 2 uses the older version. Resurrection has the new official form of what Dias Pita looks like. Yeah, because Dias Pita was redesigned. Yeah, so we can't use Alyssa for a while. She's out of action. I wonder. Hang on, I'm gonna check something. So I probably won't do this because I shouldn't do it, but hang on, I want to check something. Do they have the Dias Pita scene for the anime actually on YouTube? Yeah, they kind of do have the whole thing, although you'd have to go in with those weird things. Probably should have watched that on stream. That probably Twitch might frown upon that. Although Dias Pita's anime sequence is pretty cool in its own way, although nothing like it is in the game. Man, we're still a private after that. We can't be promoted yet. Where's the promotion at already? But that until we fight Borg Kamlan. Oh, we need to get more difficulty 3 missions. Oh wait, let me replenish my healing items. I did go through a couple pills there. There we go. As a half of them. Can I let me look it up. Can I find, let's see. Alright. I'm gonna look up some of these God Eater Resurrection. You think God Eater Resurrection? When we get to God Eater 2, that's where the really overpowered bullets are. God Eater 2 has the really broken bullets. It's a simple, lazy one. Okay, here was one of the easier ones. Let's see. Okay, let me actually. Okay, hang on. Let's put you over here on my second screen. I'll put Streamlabs out of the way. Okay. Let's see. We need to be sniper bullet. We need I don't think you need this one, but we'll set it here. I'm just gonna copy what it's got. Shoot, it's all in Japanese though, I think. Pretty sure it's this one. How was it There we go. I don't have this one in English. I have a Japanese screenshot of it though. Can I find us with the English translation so it's a bit easier for me to set up? Wait, hang on, no, I can do. Okay, hang on. Fine. Copy image. And I Google Translate here real quick. We go to images. Paste that. No, not that. To tech. Translate it into English. There we go. Good God, that image is tiny. And it doesn't translate all of it. I think it's got lock on. Actually, that's not the right one. What we want is... Is it? No, it's not. It's... Why not have that bullet type? No, I think it is that one. So we don't want lock on button. No. Okay, so first, okay. Use an example. Fire medium. I think that's control. Now contact. It's probably you Google Translate. I don't know why they've had this bullet up for a long time, but they never put it into like English. It's probably trying to do bullet customization though, when most of them are in Japanese. The wiki has a bunch of the popular ones, but they just haven't translated them into English for whatever reason. I guess because when this wiki was probably made, it was all in... There's a ton of them on here. Okay, fine. Let me find what's actually in English. It'll be faster. Okay, here's one of the ones I remember. Alright. Okay, this will take me a little bit to set up. Alright, this is going to be a total of 8 bullets for setting up here. Alright, so I can't look at chat for a little while while I'm doing this. But I can't. Okay, I'll move you. I'll have to move you later. This will be a very expensive bullet, but let's show it off a bit. Alright, so you need to go... Make a bullet. This has to be... It's a blast, it looks like. It's gonna be a blast. Lock on button. We need a deco laser orbit wide. It has to go up at a 10 degree. How do I do the rotate? And it needs to go at -90. Okay, but this one is to be shot straight point blank. Let's change to how do I makes a giant Miku. How do I slave... There we go. There, slave it to that. Okay. Then this needs to be at a -27 degrees. This will be a deco shot, orbit narrow. Slave it to that one. This one goes at 120 degrees. This one's also deco shot orbit wide. 36. This one's also deco shot orbit wide. 4. At a 113 degree. Okay, now I need to open up the second image because this is all 8 modules. Okay. 6. Okay, so this one, large, shot, grav based, strengthens vertically. This one's a negative 120 degrees. This one's deco laser. Straight on. $85. And the last module will be LL radial follow normal. Need a plus 120. Okay, now if I set this up, there we go. We made a space laser, and it did 1,000 damage. There we go. This is a very simplistic laser too. Yep. See. So some of this is. If you look at what we did here, basically I think the way it works is the bullets have a thing, they call it like a penta technique or something. Basically, they fire the bullet so it loops through the level geometry several times. There are some cooler ones, but they're all in Japanese, so I can't read them to figure out what they do. I would like to use them, but... Yeah, but first we have to send the bullet to parallel worlds. Yeah, actually, basically what's happening. And one of the guy called this one. Okay, we're actually going to need to switch over to the blast cannon. And if we do that, then we can equip it. Oh, wait, there we go. Now, a problem with this, it costs 151 Oracle points. We cannot actually cast that because we have 115 Oracle points. So I'm gonna need... I gotta hook up 2 oracles. I think I can do that right now. There we go. Need 2 oracles equipped. Oh, not quite. We can't do it still. I think if it says 150 is our max, I think we can still fire even with only... I think the 1 is a... It'll empty out the entire thing when we do it. Somebody stream let us back up. Okay. Chat back over there. Game there. There are way cooler bullets you can make. I just know how to do them. Hang on. How do I actually... There we go. This will be a good mission to showcase it on because these are all small origami. I need to find a way to shoot it though. That should cost too many oracle points. I might need something else to shoot it. Or it might be I need something else I don't have unlocked yet to have enough oracle points to fire the thing. First, think of this Chio. I'll worry about it later. I think. Oh, I need reserve oracle points. That's what I need. I need to save up oracle points to get the reserve. Because the blast has reserve mechanics. You just need to save up enough. Of course, I can also no, I don't actually have any oracle restoring items yet. I didn't equip any. I cover you, Chio. I might need a higher level gun. I can't build up any reserves. No, we can't actually fire this thing. It costs too much oracle points to fire without reserve. I think we need a higher level blast. I made a build that's extremely powerful, but I can't actually use it. Yeah. In a higher level blast. And to have more reserve. Yeah, I thought we needed it, but that'd be nice. Not so much damage it does in an actual fight, but yeah, we don't have enough oracle points to fire it. Yeah, that's right.
教官、俺たちも林道さんの捜索に向かわせてください。
何度も言わせるな。それについては正規の部隊が動いている。経過を待て。しかし人数が多い方が発見の可能性が。くどい。
林道さんは命の恩人なんです。だから今度は私たちが。
くどいと言っている。
椿さん、支部長がお呼びです。
分かった。しばらく頼む。
了解しました。
おいてめえら、あいつの目の前で何人死んだか教えてやろうか。ましてや血を分けた弟だ。飛び出したいのはあいつの方だろうに。
I'd like to change it that the hub music is changed from kind of being like a triumphant beat to a much more downbeat thing. Yeah, I need to fix it with my secondary monitor. No, I can't see the time. There we go. Are there any other cool bullets I could try to make? The problem is lots of them usually cost a lot of Oracle points. Oh, here's one. Here's one I can actually use. It'll cost most of our Oracle points. I'll have to switch over to Sniper for it, though. Hang on, are there any really cool ones on here that are in English? I mean, there were some, but man, some that really take a while to set up. Hang on. The description on what he's actually does a lot of damage. Hang on, let's see if I can set this one up. Okay, this one's a laser. You do have to make elemental differences for these, because these are all generally blazed by default. So I think they make them that way. You can change them after the fact. Alright, so this one, Deco Laser. Straight point blank. So, this is why these always have this, because you fire it straight up to level geometry. Do weird stuff. Also be a Deco Laser Rotate Narrow. No changes. This one will also be that. Deco Laser Rotate. This one's actually Rotate Normal. Well, at the same time as one. This one is a medium. Control. This one's a control, aim at foe, normal time. Changes slave to bullet 1. Okay, this one will be an L. Deco Laser. Straight long. Well, hang on to fix one of these. Number 3 needs to be a 180 degrees. 180, is that right? Yeah, 180. Right. This actually says positive 180. There we go. Positive 180. This one. Okay, Deco Laser straight long. It has to be there with a 1 second delay after 4. This one. Oh. Deco Laser Rotate Normal. No, Rotate Narrow. Which goes with 5. And it's a plus 90 degree. Bullet 7. It'll be a deco laser. Rotate narrow. Which is with 5, except it goes 0.2 seconds after 5. And it'll be plus 90. And then lastly, a laser straight long. This one goes with 5. Yeah. Now look what we made. We made a homing bullet. Oh, I can even move the target. There we go. We've made a homing laser. We could use this one, because this bullet can actually be fired. I think I set it up right. 44 oracle points, 8 modules, yep. Now, question, how can I... I'm gonna change its position. Wait, yes, I do it. Alright. Oh, I mean that. I want to keep you equipped. I just want to... equip this slot. Why? There we go. Definitely not as impressive as the other weapon we've shown, but given I can't fire that one because I literally can't have enough oracle points, somewhat irrelevant. I think we need a certain ability that that comes from Blast that gets us the reserve, but I'm not too sure what it is. I've never really used Blast guns. Mention in the database. Guns and bullets, maybe? No. Maybe there are maybe system terms? Oracle Reserve. Ah, that's how you do it. Okay. Pressing B but while holding store in your god arc up to 1,000. Okay, so I can't actually use the other one. It's just... yeah, we'll keep you in slot Y. Alright, let's actually spare both that one in more of a proper fight. Now that I know how to actually use... I never used Blast, really. Let's make the other laser, I can save it for later. A Borobarachio. Crocodile Swagger. A hold up to 5 ampules. Let me try that. Let's see if we can get this one to work properly, so now I know how to use reserve. Then what we do. Wrong button. Okay. One of the big ones is over here. I don't want to miss. Let's make sure I actually gauge this guy properly. Oh, nope, I need to apply it to X, not Y. Suppose I hate me. I'm busy trying to remember my buttons. Hold down. Okay, we did get rid of the trash bomb, so it actually wasted on the Zygotes. Almost close enough. Damn it, get over here. Serve that. One Zygo down. Get a Zygo. Yeah, 1,000 damage. Oh, ran out of the bullet. Ran out of juice. Get up to like 9 in reserve. Well, yeah, not 9 because you get up to 1,000 stored. Let's heal up. Alright. Yeah, 800 damage, nice. It's a wall.
噛みちぎってやる。
交戦中の荒神が捕食のために離脱。
逃がしちゃダメよ。
任務完了ですね。祈祷準備に入ります。
任務完了っと。
このカーブで終わりなの。もうここに
A mana stone chip.
せいぜい生き延びるんだ。
Molly. Yeah, we got it just for the end of the mission.
仕方ない。使うか。
S rank.
見ないで。もうほっといてよ。来ないで。私なんか。
鎮静剤を。クッションは交換しておけ。
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。パパ、ママ、私違う。違うの。
私だ。わかるか、アリサ。
そんなつもりじゃなかったの。違うの。私じゃない。私のせいじゃない。ほっといてよ。私なんかほっといてくれればよかったのに。
ああ、君か。今は会わない方がいいだろうな。薬が切れるとあの調子だ。日を改めた方がいいぞ。
That doctor smokes indoors.
彼女だって今の様子はあまり見られたくないだろうしな。
Classic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we think we'll visit Alyssa now. Right, so who actually voices her in Japan? Actually, who is Alyssa's VA again? Maya Sakamoto. Who was voiced just a couple characters. You know, she's only been like in a bajillion things. Looking up her Wikipedia arc, okay, she's only been in a couple things. You know, she's been in a lot of series. The queue, we go visit. Let's say we were told not to.
話しても無駄だよ。効果の高い鎮静薬が届いたんでね。当分意識は戻らないはずだ。
あれ、ここは私どうして？
意識の回復しただと。まさか。失礼する。
今あなたの
You held her hand, and we had a new type thing happening. Not to confuse with new types from Gundam.
はい。まさか意識を取り戻すとは。詳しくは分かりませんが、例の。はい。新型同士の官能現象が起きたのではないかと。はい。どうしましょう。隔離しますか。そうですか。ではしばらくはこのまま。はい。では私はこれで。
In case you couldn't tell, the Doctor is incredibly shady. We formed a resonance between new type God Eaters. You couldn't tell, the Doctor is incredibly suspect, and he is not a good person. Do we have any new? No, we haven't unlocked anything new. We haven't reached a specific, like, point in the game where it unlocks a new tier of, like, abilities to unlock, I think. We'll be fine with what we got. I need to squeeze some more missions in. Past all these filler missions.
本日の任務を当該地域の荒上一層に変更する。なお検査中だったアリサは解放に向かいつつあるが、入院のためしばらく前線を離れることになるだろう。最後に本日をもって人機およびその適合者である林道は消息不明、除隊として扱われることになった。以上だ。
そんな、まだ腕輪も人機も見つかってないんですよ。
上層部の決定だ。それに腕輪のビーコン、生体信号ともに
Your arm was also a tracking device.
未確認荒神の活動が活性化している状況で、生きているかもわからない人間を探す余裕はない。ね
え、こんなに早く捜索が打ち切られるなんておかしいわ。襲われた敵も場所も明らかなのに、なんで。いや、ごめん。君に当たっても仕方ないね。少し頭を冷やしてくる。任務には間に合うようにするから。
咲夜さん、だいぶ参ってるみたいだね。俺、あんたもみんなもよくやったと思ってるよ。でもアリサのやつ、急にどうしちゃったってんだよ。同じ新型なんだしさ。あんたがそばにいてやった方がいいんじゃないかな。俺、咲夜さんの様子見に行ってくるよ。
おい、聞いたか？第一部隊の林道さんのこと。
ああ、また相馬のチームから殉職者が。
おいバカ、聞こえるぞ。
くそ。
Yeah, so has the reputation of killing everyone who works with him. So they got poisoned? Got these psychos. Back at the town. Out. I just shoot soccer, yeah. We'll take out these cocoon maidens. I want their materials anyway. Let's get the materials here. Oh, the Congo came after us. What's going on here? Necklace. Good. Torso unbound. If you hit the face, it'll be good. Hey Congo, could you come over here? To the shock trap, please? Fine, just sit near the corner and shot. There we go, face broken. She did 600 damage with those two shots. Nom.
こんなところかな。
もう終わりよね。
油断はするな。まずそういうの。
Upgrading my shield. Your shield in this game is functionally your armor stat. But since you don't actually have armor to equip, your shield is functionally your armor. And if you don't use it for blocking, it just determines your base defense. So I should probably go upgrading it at some point here. I'll take extra credits. S rank, that's alright. Bond break reward, good. It's mail. Yeah, you can't bring a lot of items, but obviously it makes it really hard to cycle through your menu. I never having baby teeth. Chiona, Congo. Now, we're not able to finish that in time. Look, I bet you can actually see what you get from your drops. Like, it's just your for clearing the mission, the chance of getting the drop. So you finish under 10 minutes, clear for 30 endurance. Bond breaking. Yeah, even tell you if you get consumable items too, like what you'll get. And your chances of stuff. So it's kind of nice. Tells you all the details. Oh, there's a Yaksha you can fight. Huh. We'll fight a Yaksha in the story eventually. Can we visit Alyssa? Oh, alright. Yeah. No visitors. What's it? View archives? Yeah, it's like this I remember we're using. Yeah, I forgot you can replay the opening from here. You'll unlock some more things later. But you got all the music in the game. Only the ones you've heard so far, though. We haven't heard all the cool ones yet. As I remember using when I first started streaming. When I was playing the PlayStation, I'd go to here whenever I had to go AFK real quick. I'd go here and play some music on the jukebox or something. The shame we can't customize a room, though. There's nothing you can do. Your room basically just for that, so you can access this terminal here. Like, look at how bare bones it is. But, let's see. Alright, well, this is about how long as I usually go. So, I will stop there for... Let's see, well, today, technically. I will be back in, what, is it 9 hours? No, wait, hang on, I can do math. 10 hours. 10 or so hours. Be my usual playing with another group of friends. We'll go playing Helldivers 2. That'll be in like, yeah, like 10. A little bit over 10 hours. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock for me. So, now the end of the stream, though, for now. Forgot at least for the day. So, I'll see maybe some of you in like 10-ish hours for Helldivers 2, some friends. If not, it's fine. But tomorrow we'll pick up again in more God Eater. But gonna try to get through God Eater 1 at a decent clip. I might do multiplayer stuff later, but probably not until you get to like the content that actually is kind of hard. Because everything in this difficulty is pretty easy. I don't feel too concerned with it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Hope I will see you next time. Maybe I'll do some bullets and like some of the normal mission grinding off screen. I want to focus on showing the story missions and stuff when I'm streaming. I'll think about that. I may not. I notoriously lie about these kind of things. Bye-bye for now.